Good morning, everyone. So today we are going to build a wishing well. We being I guess. You folks are welcome to come along and watch it. But I'm building it out of necessity. We actually have one up near the house that covers our drilled well casing that sticks up out of the ground a little bit. And it's always been there since we bought the property. We've had it for 15 years or so, and it's always been there. Let's go up and just take a quick look at it so you get an idea of what I'm going to build. You ready to go, Kaya? Let's go. So Kaya's here. I've got her hooked again so she won't get away. Let's take a look at this wishing well. Maybe it's not that bad. Oh, the wellhead is right down in there. There's no floor in this, but it's in terrible, terrible shape. Looks like about 28 inches high. The box itself is 2 feet by 2 feet. About 18 inches between here. I think it'd be a fun little project. I'll probably it looks like this has never had shingles on it. It was just, I don't know what it had. It's been here since 1993, so it's been here a while. Let's go back to the show. Oh, you know what? Tomorrow, we're supposed to get between 12 and 18 inches of snow. It's the middle of March. I mean, whatever. We haven't had snow all winter, and now here it is, almost spring. We've got a big snowstorm coming. Should be fun. We can sit inside and stay warm. Speaking of warm, I'm going back down to the shop. Let's go. Now that we're back down here and where it's heated, nice and warm, as usual, when I can, I use up scrap pressure treated or scrap spruce, whatever I've got, to make as much of it as I can. I have still quite a bit of just stacked up material out there that I'll be using to build this wishing well. So I'm going to start with the base, make that out of pressure treated. Everything else, the rest of the way up, will be spruce or fir. So I'll cut these and get started. So for the base, there'll be 2 at 24 inches and 2 at 21 inches. Boy, this gun has been around. It used to have a rubber handle holding grip here. That's long gone. Paint's mostly gone. Okay, so we're going to nail together the base first. This is pressure treated, and I cut the same exact pieces in spruce. So let's put this together. So this one is 24, this is 21. That way, when we put this one on the bottom, it'll make all 4 sides 24 inches. Okay, the side pieces will be 28. Actually, the height was 28. There's a top plate that's going to go on here. And I want to leave the siding up an inch from the bottom just to keep it up off the ground a little bit. So 28. Then there's a 3/4 inch piece on top, 28 3/4, and I'm taking an inch off, so 27 3/4 will be the length. I'm going to be brave and just go 28 I don't think anybody will be out checking my well to see if it's exactly 28 inches. So now, now I have some options. I have, for scrap stuff, I have 1x6 tongue and groove, 1x8 tongue and groove, and shiplap. And I don't think I have quite enough of one type. I'll figure that out, see exactly how many pieces I need, and then we'll cut those. I just use a clamp right here as a stop, so I can bring that right to it at 2 feet. So I can cut a bunch that way. When you put a stop like this, you shouldn't ram up against it because eventually it will keep moving. So I always come up to that pretty gently. These 16-foot shiplap 8-inch, they're actually 16 feet 1 inches, so they have enough play. I made these 24 inches. I'll go over that, why I did that. Oh boy. I have exactly 2 of these shiplap, 16 feet, and I need 16 pieces. I've got a piece missing here. I am putting corner boards on, so I'll use this as a starter to cover that up. I'll set that one aside so I don't forget. All the pieces are cut. We're ready to nail these on. And if you remember, we had this one piece that was missing some in the corner, but it's not a starter. I'm putting the rough side out, the rough texture. And so it's going to take a little bit less than a full piece here. So I'll end up ripping that off. I'm still set that aside. So also, I ended up going with 24 inch pieces so that I could get a good even amount out of one board. I needed 16, 4 on each side, and I had 2 16-footers. So that worked out perfect. All right, so I'm going to start. I want the underlap on this side, so when I put the next one on and so on. You can do it the other way. It's sometimes a little harder to fit it in. I'm putting this on as a spacer to get it up off the ground a little bit. And also because I went with 24, it's not the 28 that we talked about, but I'm up a little bit more here, and I'm totally satisfied with that. I need a square to make sure I'm good on the end. And I'll be using the finish nailer. Oh. So I will want, I like to come up and use a square to measure up to. 3 and 11/16. So I'm going to rip this one right now. Set that at 3 and 11. It was actually a pinch under 11. Okay. So I'm ripping off the bad part. Looks good. Side one done. Side two due. This time I'm going to run it all the way out to here, past the framing. This measurement will be different because I ran it by over there. 4 5/8. Very good. Side two, that'll do. I don't know what's going to rhyme with wall 3. Okay. Same thing, I'll let it run out flush out here. Whoa, there's some variation. 4 1/2. Side 3. Whoopee. This one will be even more because it's filling out both sides. 5 3/8. There, side 4, there ain't no more. Now we'll flip this over onto the top panel and just nail all the way around there. Well, I have no idea if this is going to be simple or not. It's not real heavy. I'm going to set it in sort of like that. Ta-da! Hey, it worked. Okay. I'll take a peek in there, see what it looks like. Looks like it fits pretty well. Get my microphone out of the way. I guess I don't want to nail it like this. There's a little too much movement, so I'm going to put it on its side. I think I feel better about that. That way I can see it's not perfect like that. I only get one chance to make it perfect, right? I hit a nail. Won't do that again. Time out. I gotta fix the gun. I'm back actually the next day, and it is snowing. We've got 2 inches so far, and it's supposed to be for the next 8 hours heavy snow. So we'll see how much we get a little later. So I fixed the jam. I got that all fixed, and I secured it here, here, and here. So now there's still some movement here. As you can see, I'm going to fix this one, then I'll stand it up and I'll nail this one through. So just get that. Okay. That's good right there. squeeze. Ooh, that's off a little bit. Pipe clamp. You can see that's out 1/4 of an inch or so. Just draw it in. Very nice. I'm going to put some down through here. Oh, there isn't any down there. I'm just nailing through this into the side piece over there because there isn't a framing piece in the corner. I guess it's time to put this down on the floor. That's probably, I don't know, 30, 35 pounds. It's not too bad. Maybe 40. I don't have a scale. I'm making the roof rafters first. So the overall, this is a 31.6 degree angle, just square cut on the bottom. The height or length from here to here is 24 inches. There'll be 4 of those. So I'll just mark those out, cut them, and we'll go over on the table. Here's the 4. Get an idea what that looks like. It's such a small roof, I'll just put a rafter here and a rafter over there. And it'll be up 18 inches. So we'll just nail these up. Actually, I think I'll screw them together. I've already cut one angle at the reverse of 31.6, which is 58.4. So I'm lining this point up with a peak and making sure this is a good angle here. That's good. And I let this hang out over the edge so I can just go and scribe that mark. So I'll go cut that and should be good. There, I cut that angle. Again, so I want this point up here and I want both of these to line up just like that. I'll make another one of these for the other side. I like that. Very good. So now that I have that together, what I want this vertical to come up and sit under this. So I'll get that measurement. Where's my tape? We want this up 18 inches to this point, directly over this wall. So I can get that one backwards. I want this one this way. Like that. So I'll just add 18 inches to whatever this measurement is. Think you'd stay there for me? $30 So I'll make it 48. Oh, that's perfect. That's 1 2x4 for both. If you cut it in half, that'll do both sides. With the wishing well, the roof is going to be a separate component just because it would be too heavy for me to muscle around WIMP. So this will be the vertical piece that will come right up to there and sit under this cross piece. And I made these blocks. These are cut at 31.6 degrees into a V. And that's just going to sit right in there. This will line up like that. I won't be nailing this in until we're on site up by the house, putting this in place. So it'll just, the roof will be a separate piece and it'll just sit on there, just like that. I've made marks and I started a screw on the bottom and on up here. So I made a mark, I know right where dead center is. Screw that in. Same on this side. Perfect! Perfector! Come on. I'm going to secure these just temporarily so that I can build the roof. I'm going to build a roof with it on here just to make sure I know it'll fit, and then when I take it apart and then go put it back together, I know it'll go back together. So I've started a couple of screws just to temporarily hold it in place. Just a couple screws like that. Those are 2 inchers. Get up there. All right. A little change of plans. I wanted, I guess, close in the 2 ends first. So I have this. It has a bead board in the middle. This is 1x8. I've cut it to length, long point to long point, 41 inches. I've already done this part. I made it so the bottom is flush to here, so that when we put, I'm going to just run a piece of pine all the way around, 1x4, to purdy it up. So I put it like that and held it in place, and then I drew a line each side. So now I can cut that angle. I know it's 31, it'll be 58.4 degrees. There, I think I have the angles. Nice. Oh, I've got it screwed together. Once I pull the screws off, this whole thing will lift. Let's do it. Let's just do it. Just so we can visualize this. So now it will just lift off. Ouch, like that. Hopefully it will sit on just like that. Oh, blood. Okay, back to where I was. I just barely caught that on the, I just barely touched it, and it's, I better go to see the nurse. Oh wait, I have a Band-Aid, I'm good. Just like that. I don't see that every day on YouTube. Oh boy, yeah. Okay. There, back to work. And now for the pièce de résistance. That's French for peak resistance, maybe. Sorry for those of you in France listening to me do a poor imitation of the French language. Okay. All right, that's going to have a pine trim piece over all of that anyway. Now spin it around, do the other side, and then we're ready for trim. I cut all 4 of these pieces ahead. Some of these pieces of pine were pretty bad, so I'm burying that on the back side. Yep. So I just took the measurement from here to the peak. It was exactly 24 inches. So, and I knew the angle, 31.6, 31.6. So that made it real easy. Good. I had to back up just a little bit so you could see this. So outside there to outside here is 25.5 inches. We have multiple layers here, but this middle one represents the outside of this. So I want that to be 25.5 as well. This is where we're going to get it. It needs to maintain straightness all the way up or we'll be out of square. I'm within a 16th. So the roofing, I'm going to do 27 3/4, and I'm going to give it probably an inch extra overhang when I do the roofing. But first I have to do this fascia. Okay, so I'm flush there. I didn't miter the corners. I could have. That would be more, Chad would do that, White Mountain Custom Carpentry. Check out his channel, by the way. He's got some really interesting, more technique kind of stuff that you can see. All right. Is off an 1/8 of an inch. So I'll have to, when I do the roofing, I'll squeeze that in. I may even put a temporary brace just to pull that. I made a mark here at 27 3/4. I've got to bring it in about an 1/8, not much. Okay, I've cut the two peak pieces. I'm going to start at the peak and board it going down. I'm cutting it at a 31.6 degree angle so that it'll be a nice tight fit when we get up to the top. Something like that. Perfect, perfect, perfect. That looks good. Lines up with the peak real well. Definitely one of the more easy roofs I've done. How's that? So here's the wishing well. What if I wished for a puppy? Hi, puppy. Hi, puppy. I think I have a puppy in here. Whoa! I have a jumping puppy. So anyway, yeah. This is going to do it for this video. I need to just put the shingles on. I also have to put a drip edge around and put the trim around, but I'm out of time. And it's snowing like crazy, so I've got to go out and snow blow. And Kaya probably won't help me snow blow. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a great day.